Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I might have ruined our surprise, but let me not ruin it more. Okay. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome again to another show. Oh, shucks. Let me turn on the light. Let me turn on the light. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here. Let's do this, guys. It's winter. As I always say, I trade the PM session, and um, we do it again, guys. I have a surprise for you, but before we get to the surprise, I've lost touch of what was happening in the market lately. So we'll get into that now. Let's see what was happening, what news were there today, so we can speak about it and move forward. Today was a Tuesday. Nothing besides durable goods, nothing much happened today. So, but ladies and gentlemen, I'm super excited today. Extremely excited, hyper excited. I don't know what excited word I should use to explain how I feel. But anyway, so the bulls are coming back on gold or on dollar. Uh, we held that resistant area. Now we're pushing back to the upside, and I'll explain all this. But just to make our life easy, please do not forget to like and subscribe. Wait for this, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone. I have promised and I have delivered. I have promised and I've delivered. Guess what I've delivered? The best software to trade using fundamentals. But anyway, let's get into it, guys. Let me not waste any of your time. Oh man, I'm super excited. So, so this is called trading A1 Trading Edge Finder. As you can see, in fact, let me do this. Just gonna set this properly. Okay. So we have what we call A1 Trading Edge Finder. So this compiles all your fundamentals and put it in one spreadsheet, and it gives bias. So as you can see on the bearish side, with Euro, GPB, AUD, and ZD, those are the only thing that are bearish. But generally, we are on the bullish side today. So therefore, so for bullishness, we have Nasdaq, S&P, GJ, that is a bull, Dow Jones, that's a bull, and GBP, AUD, USD, JPY, USD ZAR. Bitcoin is losing a bit of strength, but it's still bullish. GU is also starting to be bullish again. So I am gonna remove the neutral ones and leave everything that is bullish in this case. So now, so these are the only things that are very bullish. And one of them that I'm looking for, it's USD JPY. I am looking for longs on USD JPY. I will speak a lot, but I'm not gonna waste more time. So I'm looking for longs on USD JPY. No, 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 no. So, so I am gonna look for longs here. I am quickly gonna wait for a retest around that area, stop loss just below there, and look for longs to the upside on USDJPY. So I am gonna look for a retest around these areas and push back. So what I'm looking for, it's a possible retest into that fair value gap and rejecting back to the upside in that range. So that's what I'm looking for USDJPY, and it is giving a bullish reading. My worry was Nasdaq. Oh God, let me see. Just gonna look for Nasdaq. Who is this? I've been very bullish. Ah, come on. Anyway, for those that have been with me, this is the retest I was looking for. Now, since it did retest, I am gonna start to look for more longs. Okay, come on, man. So, to be fair, we have reacted on this fair value gap here. A bullish fair value gap with a strong with a strong support on the other side. We have reacted exactly there. Now we're starting to push back to the upside. So I am gonna look for longs on Nasdaq. And if I were to look at breakout and retest, so this is a trade that we'll look for. Now we recently broke out. We are pushing to the upside. So I am gonna look a retest there in that area, because already there was a breakout below this area there, and we retested it and we held it very good. Now there is this range entire area here, um, that if we get to back and retest again, I am going to look for a trade, but specifically I am looking for a retest around that area, or wait for a break above this high here and then continue to the upside. So those are the only two that this is Nasdaq, what I'm looking for on Nasdaq. But I love the reaction. We more pushed to the upside, came back for a retest, to push again. So you could look for a trade, something like this. In fact, a retest here will make sense. Let me see. Yeah, something like this. But I will map it up. I will share a lot of things on my Telegram group. Okay. Also, US30 is starting to be bulls again. It just went out here. Now it's giving us the retest again to push back to the upside. And I think I love US30 more, and I'll explain why. Look, I've been on a vacation last week, so I've not been on the market. And I think this is a trade that you could take because you have an invasion here. Yeah. We close the gap there, and we're pushing back to the upside. So this, if it closes, I'm gonna go long. I don't feel like trading, to be honest, eh? So yeah, but anyway, so this, so the hedge funder, that's what it's been showing me lately. Um, Also, I'm going to look at also use the GP while I'm looking for longs. I am going to look for longs on GJ. It's giving a very bullish reading. And the reason being, if we were to look at GJ, it's very seasonally, it is a plus two, a plus one, trend is two plus, but still bullish. GPB is doing well. A plus two, PMI and retail is also a plus two. Employment change, inflation, it's a good story. And interest rate also, it's just neutral. So GJ, very strong bull that I'll look to buy. I'll look for a position to the upside, looking at the fundamentals if they make sense. As now they're making sense. And so that's what I'm looking for. So top algorithm bullishness. Come on, man. Okay, this is still being being okay. Even if we to use the labor data only without using the inflation, using I mean the economy without using the trend and CO2 data, you can clearly see that GJ USDs are still bullish. So GJ is still my best setup. I'm gonna look for it, and also we could look institutional positioning on GJ, um, on the British pound. They are net long as well, so I don't think there's a reason why not to go long. If also you were to look at here, um, they they added a short contracts. Also, they added more long contracts, so they are bullish. Institutional, they're still bullish on what do you call this on GJ. So that is why I'm still gonna be bullish. I'm a bit excited because of this. I've been waiting, looking for this platform for the longest time. So you have to pardon me and my excitement. But anyway, let's go through GJ so I can show you what I'm looking for GJ. And I know people love gold as well, but we'll go to gold. Let's see GJ. You see, we held that support, the 200 MA, we pushed back to the upside. We might have missed the trade, but it's fine. Um, I am gonna look for a retest here. This is says gonna be 4 hour, but I'm gonna look for a retest here. I am gonna look for a retest of the trend line again. Stop loss just below there, and then look to go high as well. So there is a lot of positioning that I'm looking for, and a lot of retests that I'm gonna be looking for lately. But I will share that on the Telegram group where we discuss the market with my friends. So I think that's it, guys. Let me just go for day trading show. And I will explain a lot about fundamentals using the edge finder, and because there is a lot, man, there is a lot that we can look at. Just hang in with me. I'll explain a lot about retail sales. Why are we getting a bullish reading? Like now we're getting a neutral to a bullish reading now on gold, but it's still neutral. And the reason being, its inflation did favor gold. However, retail sales didn't favor gold. GDP didn't favor gold. So when you take all these scores of data and then they add up to three, and for us to get a bullish reading, you need a minimum of about five. So they just explain everything. So we've been good. We've been good. So this is like a change, and seasonality we are bullish. Hey guys, I'm everywhere. I'm super excited. That is why. NFP, it was bearish because we beat expectation. So it was bearish for gold in the sense because we beat expectation. The forecast was 130 now where it is. Also, if I were to look at economic data and focus on GDP growth, let's see. So you can clearly see the forecast and how many percent it beat market by about 2.4%. And the first quarter of the year, the forecast was a potential growth of 0.2. but we missed to a minus 0.3%, and that has dragged Nasdaq lower and the dollar slightly lower because of the lack of growth in the GDP. But uh, besides looking at the economic data, the labor data, unemployment rate in the US, and I've always explained this, that it is stable at 4.2%, and unemployment claims lately, um, the unemployment claims is at 227, the forecast was 230, and then it was revised. So it's more in the same, didn't make much, even though we might have beat expectation, but there's nothing much that will really changes everything in the market. But that indicates a stable jobs data. And the last reading on employment on jobs opening, the forecast was 749, and the actual, so we got lower than expected. So there was a slowdown. So there was a loss, not a slowdown, stable data, but we didn't beat expectations. And then that's why when you go to the economic heat map, looking at, I was talking about USA, I was talking about USA. So you can clearly see that this is user employment data. This is just an explanation of that, but just making simple. Overall, they are slightly towards bearish on the dollar, but I am bullish. Comparing the USD dollar, the dollar, and the Japanese yen or the Japanese economic data, we are bullish on the Japanese, on the dollar in that sense. Whew, I'm tired. So please don't forget to like and subscribe. So this is what basically I'll be working on to make my life easy. And when I'm lazy on a day that I don't want, I'm just gonna be looking at this. And I think I'm gonna be putting a limit. I did explain that USD I'm looking for longs. Oh, look, come on. USD I'm looking for longs. Nasdaq I'm looking for longs. Also GG I'm looking for longs, and GPP AUD, I'm looking for longs. I will share the technicals as we go along. And do not forget to click the link in the bio just to get to our group where we discuss the financial market. Other than that, let's just go to the day trading show, guys. I know, I just given you a hint. I don't feel like trading today, to be honest. I might even call it a day early. But anyway, you see where we are, guys. So I will explain this, but let's go to the day trading show. Okay, welcome. Enough about the hedge fund. Let's do the day trading guy. Apologies, I've just been overexcited lately. Excitement today. So we just, this looks like a continuation, and tomorrow we must also get a continuation to take out that high. I am gonna mark this high because this is very interesting. It's a very high that I'll be looking to target for the next 2 days. If we'll get if we'll get there. Previous daily high. This is our previous daily low. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Previous daily high, previous daily low. We already were rejected at that fair value gap. If we're to look back, just before the the, the trade deal range that was created. So it looks like we are continuing. And also the one that I'm looking for, I guess I'll mark it as um, I'll mark that as our previous weekly high, and we are going to the previous weekly high. So for this week, I might be bullish until the weekly high. So weekly, I am bullish. Daily, I'm bullish. Intraday, as in the PM session, I'm not certain because already we are reacting on this weekly fair value gap. And then daily also, if we were to look at the daily time frame, um, we came back, retested that the fair value gap below and pushed back. So there is this daily fair value gap above here. That could be a potential target now. And I think it's possible to reach it as we push. So now we've closed above. It looks like we are getting a continuation to the upside. What might happen? You might get the retest and push back to the upside. So I don't know when that will happen, but it's a possibility. So guys, please do not forget to like and subscribe. As I said, and I always say, let's subscribe, guys. Anyway, so we are holding above the previous daily high, continuing to the upside, coming into the previous weekly high, which there is relatively equal highs, which that could act as your as a as a draw of liquidity. However, so there is this 1 minute fair value gap here, 1 hour fair value gap, sorry, that the market left. Do we have a possibility pushing lower before going back up? Of pushing lower before going back up? Yes, there is that possibility, but in this instance, for the PM session, I don't think we'll go all the way down. I don't think we'll go all the way down. Ah, come on. I don't think we'll go all the way down. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. So 15 minutes, let's see. Honestly, an A plus setup, if we come back all the way down and push back to the upside, hold this because inside here there is a 15 minutes fair value gap. So I'll mark it as a 15 minutes fair value gap inside that 1 minute fair value gap. Honestly, let's see. 15 minute FF bullish fair value gap just below there. Now we are reacting at a fair value gap. Let me just mark this fair value gap here. Okay. We could get a bearish move lower before we go short, to be honest. We are at a very good fair value gap to get a reversal here and again get a good move back to the upside after this reversal because we are at a 15 minutes fair value gap that and an invasion at the same time that could allow us to push back the market and possibility of coming back to this 15 minutes fair value gap here. So there is a lot of possibility of me getting a reversal this afternoon. And also there is relatively equal lows there at a 50% range, almost 50% of the AM session. Let's just quickly confirm that. I know I've marked a lot of this 15 minutes fair value gaps that just formed. So there's lunch hour range. Yeah, that's about 61%, 50% of the 1 hour range. So there is a possibility of a reversal. There is a possibility of getting a reversal here. Please, guys, do not forget to like and subscribe on the live. And the good news is I have my fundamental bias, the hedge fund, one of the best software I've ever came across in terms of fundamental trading and making things easier. Let's see. Let's see if we'll come back here. I feel like we can come back here. Already, but though we have already reacted 50% of this fair value gap. Let me see. Uh, nah. Okay. You want my honest opinion? I'm not in the mood of trading today. I think I should just call it a day. I have shared my opinion about what I'm looking for the trades. Let me just call it a day. I don't feel like trading, honestly. Just want to rest early today. So I think not even gonna give bias here because not in the energy of trading, hey? We have taken the high there. Ah, guys. Okay, there is an SMT here. We don't it's about to be taken. If that is taken, then it's done. My bias is flawed. For now, we still have an SMT. Anyway, we have reached below the lunch hour high, and then we're pushing back to the no. You know what? So the only thing, guys, I'll leave you with, it's a possible trade on the forex side. I think I'm gonna call it a day early today and just sort out my life. Have a headache. I'm looking for a retest here. If I get this retest, in fact, I might even take it somewhere there. Yeah. And then push back to the upside. I think that's what I'm looking for right now. Just gonna remove this. Yeah, I'm gonna move for that. We have that resistant air support area. So if I get the retest there, I am gonna take it back to the upside. That USDJPY. Okay, guys. God, now I'm gonna call it a day. Also Bitcoin, I'm looking for a retest. Let's catch me tomorrow, guys. We'll speak properly. I'm not feeling well. Have a great day, guys. Love you all. Peace.